Hey there, worm nerds. I'm gonna do a short video on what the perpetual horizontal migration of worms in a bin actually looks like in four different stages. So the first stage is a bin with a small amount of worms and nothing but bedding on the bottom and a small amount of food. And over time, over the course of a couple of months, depending on how many worms you have and the temperature, they'll begin to break all this down, and you can start feeding on one side of the bin. And as you feed, you just keep pushing the more finished material over to one side. And then you can get to this point. This bin is a little further along. It was launched in October with a fair number of worms, maybe half a pound or so. And currently it's about 3/4 semi-finished material. It's not quite done, so you get about 3/4 of the bin partially finished, and a quarter of it working on very fresh items. So the majority of the worms are here on this side of the bin, and occasionally I'll take a handful and throw them back onto the other side so they can rework the material over on this side and make their way back over to where the majority of the food is. In their journey across the bin, they'll start to break some more of this down. But generally, this side of the bin will have very few worms. Then you will get to this stage. This bin is kind of in thirds. You got this side of the bin, which has very fresh material, very fresh bedding, lots of worms. This third of the bin in the middle has some partially broken down bedding and food. And on this end, it's getting darker. And very soon I'll be, and as it fills up towards the top of the bin, as this bin becomes very heavy and I won't be able to carry it much longer, I can take that material and transfer it to a bin like this. This is like a 3-gallon bin. Most of the material in here is very nice castings, very nice moisture content. There might be some cocoons in there. There might be some small baby worms. So I'm baiting them out with this bait cup. There's some pumpkin in there. There's some fresh bedding. So if there are any babies in there, small worms, any cocoons that might hatch, hopefully they'll be attracted to that, and I can pull them out. And I'll have several gallons, 3 gallons of castings. There might be some seeds, like this pumpkin seed, or, bits of paper, but it's just going in my garden. I really do not care if there's the oddball piece of paper or pumpkin seed or things like that. If I do plan on giving it away as a gift, I might sift it so it's very nice looking and very presentable, but I don't. It's just going in my garden. So that's the process from start to finish. And as soon as everything's baited out of this, I will store this in a old grain bag. It gives enough breathing room for the castings to dry. They won't dry out too much, and hopefully by the time spring rolls around, I can start dumping them in the garden. So that's how the perpetual horizontal migration works. Sorry about the video moving around too much. I usually like to keep it steady on a tripod, but I cannot do that today. So I hope you enjoyed the video and the explanation of the harvesting method that I use. Have a good one.